You ever seen goddamn, what's the Kenny Powers show? Eastbound and Down. You ever seen it?
Yeah, the whole series.
The scene where he takes ecstasy and goes to the school dance, and then he ends up puking everywhere, and he goes, "It's the ecstasy, not the egg rolls."
Yeah.
You gotta fucking put that in a song.
I love ecstasy and egg rolls.
I hope you got that. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and today we in here with EastsideEggroll. How you feeling?
I'm neat. How are you?
I'm excellent, man. You came in with like the most different types of weed. Not the most weed, but the most different bags for sure I've ever seen.
No, you guys keep your flavor selection neat.
You're a man of taste.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. It's nice having you here. This is your first interview. And you came with the Patron.
We're going to toast today. It's my first one. We got to toast
I like
today.
it, man.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
You know the signature move to all the rappers, right? This. Hold the fuck on.
Yeah, I seen you doing this.
Yeah, this came from me.
Whoa.
For real. Huh? That's what you gotta know, right? You see somebody with the bottle of their head, all of a sudden they be watching Big Dojo interview. They be watching Big Dojo videos. It's like that right now.
Damn, that's crazy
I
balance.
get to moving with this bitch and everything.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, I ain't about to do that right now. Fuck up this early.
Wow.
You know, but once we get to taking shots, hey.
That was
live
official.
risky.
Not a lot of people have that kind of balance on top of their dome.
I got balance and aim.
That was fire. Nice and early. Yeah,
Just in case.
I'm gonna just leave that for you for now, for the time being.
sneak.
EastsideEggroll, how the hell are you doing, man? Where are you coming from? Tell me a little bit
Detroit,
about
Michigan.
Yeah, Detroit, Michigan. Okay, tell me about the early days of EastsideEggroll. Let's get into it.
Okay.
You're from the East Side.
I got famous on the east side,
Okay.
right? So, my dad is from Bangkok, Thailand.
Oh, okay.
My mama Chocolate. They met like on some Grey's Anatomy shit.
What does that mean? My girl watches that show every day. They met in a hospital?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like my dad was the OBGYN, my mom was the nurse.
What?
And she wasn't even gonna fuck with him, right? Cause like he had hit other nurses and shit, right? And she had a man.
If you're an OBGYN, I mean, you're like an expert, a god of vagina, right?
Yeah, definitely. My daddy knew something.
But so he was.
my daddy
getting
was
it in.
really like kind of like the abortion man, like on the east and west side of the city, like the hood OBGYN, like where you go, you know.
Like official abortions or like backdoor?
No, like everything on the table, like
Oh, okay. It was all official.
licensed.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like that.
And
You
so
know
your
what I
mom was a
mean?
nurse. That's
so
amazing.
like we lived in Bloomfield Hills in the suburbs, right? But like my dad's offices were all in the hood, right? And then my mom's dad was a bishop, right? On Grand River and Evergreen, we had this big white church. So I used to be at church like all the fucking time when I was a kid.
Really? Okay.
Facts.
Do you think that's why you have such a good head on your shoulders now?
I think it definitely added to how I try to move righteously, right? And I have like I have a good aura. People say I got good energy, right? I think that has to do from being like raised in that. I could say that added to it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
So
spent.
look, my daddy came from Bangkok, Thailand. He was a doctor by the time he was 23.
Okay.
He came over here, right? He flew his baby mama and his two daughters, right, over here, right? And then they disappeared in the middle of the night, right? And she married this white, rich millionaire doctor,
She left your dad for.
Yes.
Oh wow.
right? So then my dad got to wilding for like 20 years.
20.
Like, I don't know how long I can't tell you how long it was. He was
Right.
on tip though. He was just living his life. He brought his brother over here. They was thugging. You know what I'm saying?
Did he ever share any like wisdom with you that perhaps related to the fact that he literally like looked at vaginas for a living? Like,
I mean, my daddy really wasn't worried about pussy because he seen pussy
seen too
every
much of
day.
it. Yeah, it can't
right.
seem
That wasn't
special
right.
after all that, right?
He more so was like the no filter, talk that shit to you, right? Everybody want to be a Democrat in the ghetto. He's gonna say he's for Trump, right?
he's
That's
that
how
guy?
he push
Okay.
your buttons, right? He don't give a fuck, right?
Wow.
That's like from when he was rich or poor, right? He never changed. He taught me not how to be soft, how not to be no bitch, how not to like put my problems on other people.
right.
Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like a G. What's his name? Should we shout him out?
Pouring Pitches, Seth of Varangro, Dr. Pouring Pitches, Seth of Varangro.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
I'm not gonna try to say that, but it sounded for real.
Yeah, my last name's Satavadan Gouda. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. So what kind of kid were you? And like, you know, I imagine maybe you sort of had identity issues because you're growing up and you're the only minority, the only kid that looks like you.
Everybody, like my dad only had his brother over here, right, from Thailand. So they like talk broken Thai with like American cuss words to each other, but like they never taught me that shit.
Oh, okay.
Right. But you know, I have a Thai palate. Like, I know what to order at every restaurant, like shit like that, right?
Really?
I watch Mark Wiens faithfully, right? So I feel like I'm tapped into the culture.
Wow. So for
You know
somebody
what I'm
like
saying?
me that
But
just
as much, but I haven't been around that many Asian people in my life. I love meeting new people, right, and connecting bonds. But it's just like I'm from Detroit for real, right? It ain't that I'm the Asian. You feel me? And then I went to Black College. I graduated from Morehouse. I got a 30 on the ACT. I went to Morehouse.
How was
for
that?
free.
Because
It was
Morehouse
neat.
is like what, like 90% black, I'm assuming?
Yeah, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least. So it's like,
Yeah, but it was a white valedictorian while I was there, though.
really?
Yeah.
What an asshole. He had to have been like the scourge of the community. Like,
No, he was
how
a
you going
cool
to just
guy.
pull up and
Nah.
just shut everybody down, dude?
He was a
Like,
cool guy.
He was cool?
Yeah.
So he got a pass. Damn. That's a
He was a
provocative
cool
role
guy.
to take on. Right
I
there.
liked his brother, too. His brother was solid.
Okay.
His brother was the gangster one.
Interesting.
They both went there, though.
Wow, that's lit. Okay, but so you're a young kid. What kind of kid were you like throughout elementary school and shit?
In elementary school, all right, so like, I went to Academy of the Sacred Heart, like in with Joe Dumar's son, Jordan Dumar's and shit. Like, it's like 8 bands to go for kindergarten type shit, right?
Wow.
So by the time my people split up when I was like in the 4th grade. You hear me? So they moved on. We moved out of, like, my mama, we moved in with my aunt, my grandma, right? And she stayed on 2000 West McNichols. West McNichols is 6 Mile in Detroit.
Okay.
So I moved on 6 Mile between Linwood and Hamilton. All right, off the golf course.
Okay.
All right, and then we went from there to Wildermere, between 6 Mile and Santa Maria. Then we was on Curtis and Thatcher. Then, like, I was smart, you feel me? So, like, when I left that school, I went stop for boys, right, at 5th grade. So then I moved in with my mama full time because I ain't had to be in Bloomfield no more. And they put me in UAD on 7 Mile. But that's like the Jesuit Catholics, right? And they real strict. And I ain't never really been good with authority.
Really?
Too much. Like, I quit my job on Instagram.
You were acting out even then? Like you?
I wasn't acting
behavioral
out.
issues?
No, it was just like, I was turned. I think, what did I get in trouble for? I think I got behind a substitute teacher when she dropped some books and did the Dougie type shit. Right, I got suspended for that. I used to get suspended for no bill. I used to talk shit back, right? You
Right.
can't just tell me anything. Even my kids, right? I never talked to my kids like a kid in their whole life, right? So she could sit here, right, and examine this whole situation and laugh at our jokes and know exactly what the fuck we talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, but was that to your parents? Did that stand out a lot? Like they came all the way here from Thailand, or your dad came all the way from Thailand, and then here you are acting an asshole and not really.
I mean, I wasn't
respecting
acting an asshole.
education
No, you don't understand, right? I was a straight A student
And
the whole
turning up.
time, my whole life. You hear me? Not really, right? When all right, so I got kicked out of 8th grade and I was at house for like 2 months. And then I went to Detroit Urban Lutheran, where Jerome Bettis went to.
Okay.
Right? For 8th and 9th grade, the rest of 8th grade and 9th grade. But then that was like going from Catholic schools and shit to no uniform. It's girls, right? Niggas getting, you hear me? Right? So I wasn't doing shit. I was just having fun. So they was like, hell no, you gotta go back to Catholic school. Right? So then they put me in Bishop Borges on Plymouth and Telegraph.
Okay.
And that's like damn near one of the hoodest Catholic schools you can go to. That's where like everybody who got a little paper, family got a little money and got kicked out of DPS, like they'll send them there. Right?
Right.
Right, so it was like I was playing basketball there. You know what I'm saying? I came back, got my grades back up, but then all the Catholic schools in Detroit shut down. The archdiocese went bankrupt, right? So then I transferred to Renaissance,
Okay.
all right? And I graduated from Renaissance after my junior senior. Yeah, and I got 30 on the ACT. I went to Morehouse and I got business management degree with a minor in economics, cum laude, in 4 years.
Wow. So you're a smart guy.
If it get like that, it been like that.
Right. Why'd you decide to go to Morehouse?
I like what it stands for, right? Like giving black men a place to where they don't have to feel like the minority, right? And then they can see others successful, right? It's like it does something to your, just HBCUs in general. I think it does something to like your consciousness of how valuable you are, right? The smaller classrooms, the way they can, you'll really have a relationship with your teachers as opposed to like with the state schools, right? You just a number.
Right.
Right. It's a difference.
Do you relate more towards the Asian side of your personality or the black side?
I don't.
And has it always been like a sort of hard thing for you to figure out? Like,
I mean,
people want to simplify
I seen my
you, right?
daddy. Look, I seen my daddy full-fledged operating in the same environment that I full-fledged operating in every day. So what is being Asian? What is being black?
Right.
Right. If we anything, right, we products of our environment, right, and our situations in life. Everybody got different case studies. That's why you can't trust no other man to act like you in no other situation. That's why you got to structure your life to way nobody can get in between you and your money, because you can't trust somebody else to do the same thing as you. Because they haven't went through, it's a whole different set of circumstances, right, that get you to where you at right now.
Right.
Right? That's why if a motherfucker stuck in the past, you just got to leave them there. Right? Because
sure.
everybody ain't going to understand. They going to call you crazy, right, until you turned up.
Right.
Then they on your dick.
For sure.
That's how life works.
Were you fucking with music in your younger years as well?
Yeah, I was like, I told you I was in the church and shit, so I used to like play drums.
Right.
I used to sing in the choir type shit. My mama was like choir director type shit.
Uh-huh.
You hear me? So like, I knew about music. Like I had to go to choir. Even when I wasn't in the choir, I had to go fucking sit with my mama and say I was on the Game Boy.
Right.
That was them years.
But were you attracted to rap music early on?
Yeah, bro. I say the first CDs that I really took serious was what's the white Eminem CD when he was on the porch?
I'm forgetting.
The Marshall Mathers LP.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that one and Hard Knock Life Volume 2.
That was a classic.
Cause I'm like, you hear me? I'm
Hard
one of the
Knock
last
Life.
ones that
song.
like came up off Hove.
Yeah.
I think like me, I'm probably like the cutoff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was like it for me throughout high school. But you wonder, like, like to me, like Run DMC, I was just too young. I didn't really. I was too young. I would watch them. I liked it.
If
but
your
it was,
music
it was,
cold enough, if your music cold enough, you'll go back and listen.
Yeah.
Right, the real fans will. Right, because that's why they like me in my city. Because I give all the older artists they just do.
Really?
Yeah, I know how this shit. I'm a student of the game. I know how this shit go. Right, everybody get shit from everybody. Right, but it's a lot of people. Right, especially in them 80s and 90s and early 2000s years, that was hard as hell. Right, they just didn't get their fair shot.
Right.
And you gotta like let them know they was hot too.
It's interesting though, because a lot of new rappers, their management and shit will tell them like, don't take photos with old rappers, don't do a song with an old rapper.
Don't nobody tell me what to do, bro.
Right.
I ain't stopped living a programmed way of living, right, to follow my dreams for it to be working for me to let another motherfucker tell me what to do with my shot.
Right.
Right? Because if you knew that, right, you'll be giving yourself advice.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't that. Right? But at the same time, right, I'm hot right now. So I'm trying to attract everybody who laying like that in they lane that's already winning, right? And let them run their part of the team. Because everybody got different positions on the team. And it's on me, right, to put them in the right slots.
Definitely.
You fill your bus up with the right people, then you put them in the right seats, right? And then you figure out where you're going.
Definitely.
That's how this shit go.
So you think about making music while you're going to school? Like while you're in college and everything? Are you
All right,
thinking
so
about...
look, this how it happened, right? So rest in peace, Eric Jones, R.I.P. Dirty Jones. He East Side legend, right?
Okay.
He went to Renaissance, that school I told you I graduated from with me too, right? He was really older than me, but he was up under the grade under me. I forgot to mention, when I went from that 5th grade, I went straight into 7th grade.
Oh, okay. So
You
you're
hear
a little
me?
young.
Yeah, so, right, he came the year after me. And then you know how it be like when you be two people from the same place and y'all had known each other, like now y'all best friends for real. So
Yeah,
like,
right.
we was making all our moves together. But he was a, you know what I'm saying, hell of a guy in his own right. You feel what I'm saying? And his cousins, they had a good ass run, right? So we was all down there. It was like some movie shit when I was in college, really. Right, I had an Escalade the first 2 years, then I blew that bitch up driving back and forth to Detroit, not putting no oil in it. I still blew the head on that bitch.
For real?
You hear me? Right. So then, but by the time I lost all my car, all my friends had cars, like laying like that shit. And then his cousin let us have CLS 550 on the Santis, right? So like, shit, we playing this shit like meats.
Wow.
Yeah, free meats, free ooey.
So you were hustling at this time? You were in college and hustling and working on your music?
I mean, I ain't never hustled in my life. I'm not a criminal in any capacity. I wouldn't be able to have bricks in the fender, zips in the blender out if I was.
Right. So you can only put out music like that because you have never actually broken the law?
Exactly.
Respect. So, but regardless of how you were getting it, you were starting to get it in college a little bit?
Yeah, no, so yeah, college, right, it was a good time. But like really, right, it was like my mama and my daddy, they was each other's strength, right? So when they separated and went their separate ways, they both fell off. So during the falling off process, right, it was like college saved my life. Because when I probably would have had to really get nasty, right, or just be influenced by the wrong people, right, I was going to school for free with a free room, meeting people from all across, right? Because all the people I graduated with, they doctors and lawyers and shit now. They laying like that in whatever fucking city.
Uh-huh.
You hear me? In real life.
But did you have that dream that you were going to have this like traditional career?
I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad at a real young age.
Right.
Right? And that kind of fucked me up, right? And compounded by the fact that I was the only child. And then like my people knew I was smart, right? And like I had a pretty good sense of how not to fuck up. Right. So, like, and they was going through their own shit. So probably by like 15, 16, I was like fully functional. Like I always had places to stay and money and shit like that, like from up, but like nobody was telling me what to do or like how to pay. I didn't need help on my homework, no type of shit like that.
But what did you get out of that Rich Dad, Poor Dad book? I haven't read it, but like the gist is that like he kind of like classifies like human behavior and how you live your life into like two separate categories, that you could live like a rich person or live like a broke person.
Yeah, basically like like everything is assets and liabilities, right? And a business ain't a business unless it's working without you, right? If the business isn't making money, not attached to you, not you having to do it, it's not running itself, then it ain't a business. You just own your own job, right? So I always grew up not wanting to own my parents, right? My daddy he probably made $1 million. You feel what I'm saying? He owned his job, right? He had his own practice. Did nobody technically tell him what to do, but he was still going working every day, right? Right now I'm creating shit that's gonna exist past me. You hear me?
That's true.
And I'm not nobody telling me when to pee.
Right.
I don't do well with that. And then older white people, right? They be intimidated by me sometimes too. Right.
Why do you think that?
I feel like they feel like if they see you having too much fun, right, and they just don't be happy with their life, right? Not even just white people, because that was bad, right? I say older people in general, right? Sometimes that be the problem. People don't want to pass torches, right? And people resent the young guys, right?
They definitely do.
That's in their wave and in their prime, right? Because they wish that was them again.
But you think a lot of people might also just think you're on drugs because you're like so high energy, like not right now, but like in a lot of your rap stuff, it seems like maybe this guy's on meth.
I mean, I really like people thinking whatever the fuck they want to think, as long as they looking and trying to think, because the internet's my fishing rod. You can get this shit fucked up if you want to, right? Right, and that's on you, right? But all you gonna see is me enjoying myself, right, and having fun and rapping, right? Because that's all y'all involved in. I don't need y'all to get money.
Right. You smoke a lot of weed, but that doesn't really slow you down too much, huh? The energy level's still super high.
My intensity really, really high right now, right? Like PYPO, right? That's a brand. Like 5 years ago, my friend got like out of jail, right? And then he seen me with a job, because like I'm really the neatest person with multifunction printers and faxes like in America. Like my age, that's a minority, right? I used to like go into different towns and like put in the little $10,000 printers and shit, all right?
You used to be installing them?
Yep, I used to install them, get the paperwork signed, and coordinate the deliveries, all that shit.
Wow.
You hear me?
I'm still trying to figure out when you decided that you were gonna rap.
Oh, so my friend,
Wait, okay,
Dirty
so
Jones.
college is good?
I hyped up my man's Dirty Jones, right? So then we get out of college, right? I couldn't find a job. My first job I was washing cars for $1 a car, and my daddy stayed in the projects in Wayne, Michigan, right? I was washing cars. Then my man's, he had a IT job in a warehouse, right? So I went and worked that for like a week, but then they figured out I was way overqualified. So he had the printer contract for the DMC, right? So then I went to the DMC, right? And like basically I used to just give 10-minute presentations like 4-5 times a day, right? On how to work their printers when my people put it in. They did all the leg work, right?
Wow.
But like when I was done with the contract, they said it's easier for us to teach you how to put in computers than it is to teach somebody else. I have been to every DMC site in Michigan, like all the doctor's offices, all the hospitals. I had all the clearance. You hear me? So I was basically like a field engineer in the hospitals for like 3 years.
Wow.
You hear me? But like during this time, we graduated. It's like, oh, it was in school, people in the streets, people doing this, right? And like my man's, he always wanted me to rap. He did. Like we used to freestyle and shit, get high freestyling, college, shit like that. I always thought he was the one. He always thought I was the one, right? And then he died in a car accident, like Thanksgiving season 2015.
Wow.
And my first video came out New Year's 2016.
Do you already have the video ready to go, or you just went into high gear after he passed?
Like once I started going to the booth, it was over.
So were you doing all this like printer sales and printer presentations and stuff, and just meanwhile you're thinking like, I should be rapping?
No, I was rapping. I was doing it rapping, right? Like rapping was fun. Like I come back with money, you hear me? I can go spend $200 on the beat and go to the studio and call it. But like the deeper you get into this shit, right, you see where to be more efficient.
But I mean, there's two different things. There's making music, like just getting in the stew, put on a beat, rap on it, and then there's trying to make a career out of rapping. It's like two very different things.
Right.
Like I could go record a song, have some fun.
Right.
Putting it out, that's a different
right.
thing.
I mean that's pretty much why I feel like I'm differentiated. You know, because it's not like I just had a hit. Right? I got clips. I got 14 unreleased videos, 160 songs, no skips, hits. Right? Original beats. Right? I know I can touch everybody who made the beat. I ain't go on the internet to get it. You hear me? Like, my people who I fuck with on music is my people, right? Because I don't really try to make too many, like as of lately, I've been taking feature money because that's just what you got to do when you got the hottest song in Detroit, right? But even on that, I'm tightening up because I'm getting to the point where, like, just taking these little chilling circuit shows, right? It's like, it's putting my people at risk. You never know what somebody on, right? And then, like, when the big stars come with all the ice on, right? Even in the titty bar, they don't throw no money, right? Because they in show mode, right? Because the majority places they go, they performing where people ain't contemplating bringing a gun in. That's where I need to be at right now. Because anything else, right? Ain't no love out here for nobody. I don't fuck what they say.
Right.
But the rap neat, though, because it make your jacket neat. You know who fucking with you where, right? Off of how tuned thing that he is, and right? But it attracts like-minded individuals. That's why it's valuable without the money.
So you're at an interesting place in your career right now because you're sort of like anybody who fucks with you, you can tell that they're the type of people who are actually tuned into what's going on a little bit more of a
because I
underground level.
handpick my flowers. Like I don't chase nothing. I can't remember the last time I really blatantly asked somebody for something, right? Besides, no, yo, bitch. You hear me? Like basically, that's it. It's like you really got to be confident in what you're doing, but I'm moving with my passion. I know it's nothing else I want to do.
Right.
Right. And it's not even like I just want to be a rapper. It's just, it's levels to this shit, right? Rap is a bag that you can create from nothing and make something, right? And it get you all the eyes, right? So if people trust I think I'm a good curator because generally if I like something, everybody likes it.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So I just try to keep the right people around me existing. A rich life ain't got no dollar amount on it. It's just waking up, doing exactly what you want to do, eating out 3 times a day with whoever with you organically, being able to pay for them, right? Blowing that shit, choosing to exist in environments you proud of, and controlling the ebb and flow.
Right. Definitely.
Right? If you're doing that, right, anything else is just material, right? And making sure that your kids neat and safe and secure at all times. Besides that, what else is there, right? People be worried about the wrong shit. That's the number one problem with society. Motherfuckers worry about the wrong shit. You hear me?
And
number one on the wrong shit list, right, is the actions and behaviors of other grown human beings.
Right.
Because you can't control that. Right? So to be worried about something you can't control is stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't structure my life, right, in a way where you can stop me from being happy. You feel me? So for you to fucking stipulate your happiness on me performing the action is weird and disqualified from Bill. Can't respect that.
Can't respect that. When did it actually start blowing up, though? There's the one clip of you rapping in the car that, to me, is like the iconic one that I just kept seeing everywhere.
Right. So, all right. So Detroit really not that big, right? And I'm like one of the only Asians around, right? So people know me just from knowing me anywhere.
It's
right?
easy to forget a lot of people, but
that's
are
kind of like
very
my
memorable.
marketing scheme, right? Like I differentiate because one, right, I'm Asian. You gonna remember an Asian in the trenches pressing with my press before you remember a motherfucker kid.
And you have a lot of energy. The energy is kind of
Then
infectious.
I keep garlic butter babies around me. That's my term for every female, right?
Garlic butter babies?
Right, taking part in the dojo campaign.
We need to tell the women not to eat too much garlic butter, though.
I love garlic butter. Everybody, how can you not like garlic butter, bro?
Right. Well, if they want to put some weight on, I guess garlic butter will get them there, yeah.
It's just delicious.
Well, yeah, no denying that.
Okay, we on the same page.
You drink a little cup of it. You don't even like put it on things. You just take that as a meal.
I mean, I won Fear Factor. I took a shot at motherfucking Fear Factor Live. Yeah.
What
Isn't that? I can show you the video.
What is Fear Factor Live? It's like a live version of Fear Factor that you went and saw in Detroit? Where was this?
No, it wasn't. It was at the amusement park. I took the kids to Disney World or some shit like Universal Studios.
And what did you have to do?
And then they was like, "It's Fear Factor. You ain't scared of shit." I'm like, "You right. I'm not." Right?
So what'd you do?
So I went and gave my ID and I signed up for the fucking Fear Factor. And then we showed up like 45 minutes later and it was 1,000 people in the crowd.
You
and
had
they
to put
was like,
bugs on your face?
I put 5 scorpions on my head. And then they fucking mixed up some like oysters and like rancid milk and like crickets and shit like that.
You drank it?
Huh? And they blended it. They put it in the blender, right? But you know I'm Mr. Blender. Big blender.
Right.
Right. So
Zips in the blender.
Right. It wasn't shit to me.
Right.
Right. So my competition.
Spoiled
My
milk?
competition,
Ugh.
Earl, right? And I took it like
a champ.
like that.
Right.
I did that. She was early and she had her face in the
Your
pen.
kids were tweaking?
Brandon!
They were probably so proud of you, huh?
Good job, Brandon!
They were proud of you?
Duh.
That's dude. That's hard.
Didn't nobody know I was a rapper then. They was coming up then at the park like they come up now. Nah, it's serious.
Right.
They be knowing who the fuck I am. It fucked me up. Look, like I came out here and I knew I kind of documented it the last time I came out here. So like, motherfuckers was like, knew who I was at the baggage claim. Motherfuckers start humping the ground, saying heavy, fucking heavy at the rental car. I was like, damn, this shit getting deep.
Right.
Right.
You love
but
the
then,
notoriety?
LA showed me a lot of love. Like, you hear me? I like it out there. And then I motherfucking went back to Detroit and I drove to Chicago. I drove to Chicago to meet Pac-Man. Because Pac-Man really threw me a hell of a alley-oop.
Did he? I was wondering.
Right. Because look, my page just recently got deleted like
Criminal.
a week ago. Right.
From the crate challenge.
From the crate challenge, bro. Like I posted a crate challenge, a repost. I seen other people post, right? And they said I was promoting violence, but they had already been picking with me, like in my captions. I was promoting lyrics because I used to trip on Instagram, like put super explicit stuff, right? Because not close friends neither.
Any lyric you might say in a song is like gonna get you banned on Instagram now. Anything about selling drugs, anything about violence.
They really want you to type in hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Just keep that shit emoji, my mans. You know?
No swearing.
It is no, and then you gotta be sneaky. Not look. I don't type cuss words anymore. I put the little star, and you gotta watch with them thumbnails too. What you choose to be the cover and make or break you. You put that ass crack, that pussy print. It's a wrap.
And it's hard for you since you're surrounded by it, right?
I mean, I just my music make you happy. Females make me happy.
You're not a one woman kind of guy. Like, do you have a relationship and then also thoughts on the side, or is it just all thoughts all the time?
No, man. My baby mama pregnant. That's why my intensity high, right? Because I found out. So my man's got indicted like 2 weeks before Blender turned me up, and then I found out my girl, who I had been with for 5 years, was pregnant, right?
Whoa.
This my first biological baby. The other two, right? The little baby, I came around when the little baby was like 5 months. Okay. So she don't know nobody but me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm the biggest influence in her life. Well, one besides her mama.
Respect.
You feel me? But yeah, she got my baby in her now. Right. So it's like that happened to and then my man's, he was running the clothing line, so we was like going everywhere together. I was pushing the clothes on him, he pushing all his people on me, ooh, like that, right? It was like a whole movement, and then like they sat him on the bench, you feel me? No bond, and then my people, so it was like, by the time Blender took off, right, it was like, cause I was gonna have to reevaluate, cause you can't bring no seed into the world and have it fucked up, This rap shit, when you ain't popping right, that rap shit ain't the way. You better have something else going on.
Because if you're just investing time and money into your career and not getting anything back,
like
keep going, right?
I've been making songs. Like I could drop songs right now, right, from 2017, 2018, right, that ride the same way as my songs I'm dropping out. Like I might be a little bit more polished with my delivery, but like content wise, beat selection wise, right, all I had to do was re-record them bitches. You hear me? Like, I don't know. I always wanted to make something that would last. Built to last, shit like that. You feel me? Like, I don't put my name on them. By the time I let motherfuckers hear shit, I'd have listened to it 30 times, right? It's different, right? By the time I release some shit, because I always knew you get their attention really one time, right? So, like, this whole last 5 years, I just been watching people runs and right, what they do good, what they do bad, right? And I just adapt every little bit of that, right, to what I already got going on. Because I'm a duck sauce guy. I ain't running out of sauce. Anybody who be around me tell you that. Right? And it ain't like an act or whatever, hell, right? They try to tell you ain't from the city and all that shit. They can't play them games with me. Everybody know it. Right, and I ain't boxed in. Everybody else boxed in. Right, they try to be too tough. Right, they energy make you want to do something to them. My energy make you want to invite me in your section, cause I'm gonna turn you up. Cause I don't play them games. Ain't no rapper tricking me into making they problems my problems, cause I don't make they problems. You hear me?
So you fuck you fuck with everybody in the city. You don't get wrapped up in the politics.
I'm the best Asian rapper on earth. That's just undeniable fact. That's what I like dealing in, facts.
Who do you think are the contenders?
I'm the best Asian rapper on earth.
Who's
in the
number
history
2,
of
3,
the universe.
4?
The other Asian rappers that's out here.
Who else you got respect for?
Look, Stupid Young. I like what Stupid Young did. Right, I'd be fake as hell if I ain't watch your whole Asian gangster shit.
Nah, that was a classic.
You hear me? I'm motherfucking Jen Gates, right? Yeah. I pressed Jen Gates by accident.
Really?
Look, this what happened, right? It's this other guy, right, from New York that I ain't really fuck with.
You thinking about Jen?
Listen. It's another guy. It's another guy from New York, right? right, that say another Asian could never, right? And then he just constantly shits on Asians for no reason, right? And as an Asian, I feel some type of way about that. Because even if you feel that way, right, why the fuck you gotta be saying that shit, right? And you trying to, when your gimmick is that you're an Asian, right? You better respect the motherfucking heritage, right? You hear me? So that's really why.
Oh, you talking about China Mac now?
No, China Mac fuck with me.
Yeah, because you guys
China
got
Mac
your
tapped
Instagrams
in.
deleted together, huh?
Oh, his shit got deleted too.
I heard he got
They
deleted at the same
clipping
time as
everybody.
you.
They clip Rocky Bad. They clip me. They clip China Mac. They clip my little artists. They clip you. I need you to work the sauce for me, man. Please, man.
Hey, I wish I could say I got
if
a
you
good
like me
contact
more as a
during that.
person after this interview, which you probably will,
Okay.
right, just get my shit back.
I
please.
do have a guy I can
I
try
need
to
that 50,
slide your info to.
I need that little 52,000 back, man. Right,
That's
that was
that's tough, man.
Look, I had the good checks though, right? Because
Yeah.
like y'all 52,000's different than my 52,000's, right? Because I block everybody who put promote and infants. I be looking at them views, right, and it be everybody name plus a .22667.
You block the bots.
Yeah,
Really?
Gotta block the bots, man, because that's fake.
That's interesting.
We dealing in reality, right? I don't want no fake ass shit on my page.
I can break this weed up?
I don't even let people. Yeah.
Ain't Nobody Cool.
Ain't Nobody Cool.
They got
Shout
weed
out
now.
Alex.
They came a long way.
Alex said he stayed on your ass while you was sick for me for 5 days.
I had
'cause
COVID and he kept
believed in
telling me you got to fuck with egg.
You had COVID?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm clean now though. Don't worry.
I'm saying, shout outs to you, man. I just went on a cruise, the perfect day at Coco K, and I got 2 COVID tests within 24-hour span. I ain't liking it because they like I ain't liking it at all.
You know, like having that thing.
And then like you be worried and shit, like it's like a STD test or something. You be like, damn, I got it. Like,
Right.
like who was coughing around me? You feel what I'm saying? That shit fucked up.
Dude, I got STD tests like every week.
You in that porn star world?
Yeah, exactly.
I think I accidentally clicked on you fucking by accident. I was like, damn, I can't watch this shit.
You should
I
click
ain't gonna
on it
watch
not
this.
accidentally
Yeah.
and watch my work. Observe my.
Damn, man.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I want anyone looking at it with a critical eye.
I don't know how I feel about that, man.
You can't watch the homie fuck.
Like, hey, watch me fuck, bro.
You ever been in a gangbang?
No, bro, that's not really.
You never gangbanged a girl? You ever ran a train? Because then you got to watch the homie fuck, right?
I might have hit a bitch from the back while my man was getting his dick sucked before.
Oh, that's a classic.
I might have.
You got to do that.
You hear me?
That's too legendary.
Maybe.
I did that too many times. You just look the homie in the eye. You're like, hey,
What?
this is brotherhood.
No, that's gay, bro. And gay is not a bad thing. I have no problem with people being gay.
If we were fucking a girl together right now, could we do
I
that?
lived in Atlanta.
Boom, Eiffel Tower.
Listen, I lived in Atlanta for 4 years, right? Right. If you don't tolerate gay in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, they got a
you
few
won't
out
have
there, huh?
fun. You won't meet new people, right? Right. They really control culture, right? But anybody else and how they choose to live their life is none of your fucking business.
I agree.
Right? That
Yeah.
shit don't have shit to do with you. You worry about that. You worry about the wrong shit. Like I said, let people live their life and be happy, man. Right? Where's the hate? Why are you mad? Because they doing what they want to do with their time, man.
You ever have a gay dude shoot a shot at you, though?
A gay dude shoot a shot at me? Probably. You hear me?
That's a weird feeling when you
Get the
realize,
fuck
like,
on.
oh, I'm being hit on.
What you gonna do? Engage it? What you gonna do? Beat a gay guy up?
Nah,
You
just-
get points for that?
No.
But I have seen in Atlanta gay guys beat a motherfucker up.
'Cause he
before.
won't fuck 'em?
Huh? No,
Oh.
they just get into it and a motherfucker say racial, gay slurs, right? Cause I don't want to get canceled at all.
A lot of those
right?
gay dudes are in the gym.
I treat everybody with love and respect.
But they stay in the gym.
I promise.
So they might beat your ass
Even
good.
if the way I talk, right, turn you off, right? I apologize. I told you my daddy raised me kind of crazy, right? But at the same time, that's what people love. They love that I have no filter and I say what I mean and I stand on it. That's why my rap's good. You just gotta let me be. But one thing I don't do is cause any problems. I ain't getting in the rap game to make friends or enemies,
Right.
right? The key to this shit is about working with whoever with you, right? It's about being able to work with whoever, cordial enough to who you can work with whoever, right? Makes sense for your career, right? But not tied in enough to where somebody sees somebody else's face and expect to see you. Because just like I said, you can't trust nobody to act like you in no room, you know?
Definitely. So let me ask you this. You've been working on your career for like 5 years. The last couple of years, you've seen Detroit blowing the fuck up, Flint going up. So you're sitting back, still working on your music, but what are you thinking and how are you plotting and what kind of shit are you learning from seeing all these rappers who've been coming out and having their moments? And
I mean, realistically, right? Everybody's favorite rapper in Detroit, most of them, I can't say everybody's favorite rapper, but I know them one way or another. And for sure, I've been in the same room before.
Okay.
Right? So, like, everybody aware of everybody, right? But one thing is, don't nobody owe you shit, especially not in the entertainment game. Everybody is your competition, right? Everybody feels like, right, they should be the one with the light on them, right? So you gotta respect people accordingly, and you gotta not put yourself in situations where weird shit can occur. And if you minding your business and keeping your nose on your face and staying in your own lane, right, and just putting out quality shit, right, they can only deny you for so long, right? I could have dick sucked my way to the top 4 years ago. You hear me? But it wasn't written that way. Right? And I got love for everybody who ever had inspired me. It's a lot of people that inspire me in ways, right, where they don't even know, right? I might have went another way, right? But it's just like, man, they fucking with me, right? And you just keep that energy around you, man, and just keep believing in yourself, right? And not being
you're smoking
and not
the glass
being
part now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're right.
I think
Let's
you were trying to light the
another one up,
glass.
because we unlimited with this shit.
Hey,
Adam,
let me
that's
answer
what you
this
gotta
though.
know.
Okay, so I think about Pac-Man and I see him as somebody who's kind of like in the same situation as you, where he had a lot of talent and then he figures out like, oh, I got a hard song, goes, cops the Sada feature. All of a sudden, he's a way bigger name. Like he blew the fuck up off of just paying for one feature and had like a huge, like realistically, probably Sada Baby's biggest song or one of his biggest songs.
Right. That's hard. If that's the route he went, right? That's not what we talked about, right? Pac-Man up me, right? When I had just got to 40,000, I told you I was at 3,000 for a long time, and then I was like, it rapidly went up, thanks to my man's Glenn, who we're here with me too, right? Glenn like a computer wizard. He went to Clark, Atlanta. You know, I went to Morehouse, so we got each other back interests.
So he bought you the fake followers?
I ain't never had fake followers in my life, bro. I told you I block all that weird shit. You hear me? I don't even like pages that don't got no posts. Right? You can't even really comment. You get to comment and some controversial and you ain't got no. Nobody knows you. Right, because you're just trying to make a name, right? You gotta watch. I don't let people hate on each other on my post. Like you can't, like if I up a girl, you can't call her like, oh, she's whack, right? That. People leave shit like that up. I just delete that shit, man. That shit ain't cool. Yeah. Right. I
just restrict people.
I'm at a point in my life, right, where I don't want to be around no bullshit energy. You know, I don't like being around riffraff and foolishness. I got up out of that.
Right.
You hear me? Like,
definitely.
In real life, like. Motherfuckers be having families to come home for. Motherfuckers have mouths to feed. Motherfuckers have $1 million dreams and visions, right? Getting caught up with a motherfucker, right? You could really, most of the motherfuckers, right, that'll kill you, right? You could leave a town or state, right, for 3 years and come back, right, and still find them without using the internet.
Most people, yeah.
I'm global at this point. You hear me? Think I'm worried about a motherfucking... I almost said something probably that I was gonna get in trouble for. Really? I probably already said something I was gonna get in trouble for. But to every community, right, in existence, right, I promise I come with love. All you gotta do is approach me the right way, right? We can find ways to turn each other up. You hear me? Because I'm comfortable with myself. If you ain't comfortable with yourself, you probably gonna get turned off by me. Because I don't respect sneaking and geeking. Just put it on the flow. Right, that's the problem with society, too. Right, yeah. People afraid to be themselves. If more people just did what they wanted to do, right, and like mastered what they cared about, the world would be a better place. But you gotta have nuts to do that because this shit is designed, right, just to keep you caught in consumerism. Well, like, I don't give a fuck about materials. You think you real materialistic, Adam? Right.
Investments. Rich dad, poor dad.
You think you would have made it to where you are, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know a lot of people who like they get money and they just spend it on like cars and clothes.
That's what
and
I'm
shit,
telling you.
and
The
that
smartest
doesn't
thing,
really,
look, you know when you watch them billionaire interviews and shit trying to get game, right?
Yeah.
To this day, the smartest billionaire advice, right, came from Mark Cuban. You hear me?
Learned a lot from him.
He said a business ain't no motherfucking business if you dumping money in it from anything to make it a business. It ain't hot enough. Right? That's how I treated music. All right, it got to a point where I said, I ain't doing nothing else, right? But making music, right? I ain't about to do this to put in the music. I ain't about to, right? I'm about to just drop and fuck with who fucking with me. And I stood on it, right? And I elevated. Right? You gotta trust. And it wasn't like everybody around me, right? It wasn't like everybody around me was like on the team, you know? That shit be fucked up sometimes. You hear me? You get to talking shit and you, what rap done brought us? Right? But to everybody else perception, nothing, right? But to you, you know it's somebody here in this town fucking with you. You know it's somebody here fucking with you. You know this motherfucker says you fucking make their day every day. Right. All that shit could be compounded, right? If you ain't afraid to diversify. Like I'm doing all this shit to do all the entrepreneurial ideas that I ever had in my life and put my people to work so they don't gotta work for somebody who don't give a fuck about them. Cause most employers don't give a fuck about you. That's just the way the world works.
Definitely. So you work with Bizarre from D12?
Bizarre from D. R.I.P. Proof, I'm in the after hours strapped. If we battle no be rabbit, you gonna get your ass whacked. And we from Detroit, baby. Land of drugs and plugs.
How'd you tap in with him?
Thugs, blade and bugs. I upped the video getting head in the suite in Las Vegas, right? And then Big T, the battle rapper, reposted me, right? And then him and Bizarre are friends. So Bizarre probably synced it off Big T page and like got to liking shit, right, in the middle of the night when I was up, like 5 in the morning, right? And I got to typing them in all caps. Like, Bizarre, I done watched millions of interviews with you. I know exactly how you coming. They got you fucked up, big homie, blah, blah, blah. Let me just put me on submerging. I'm the Asian Eminem. I'm the Asian Marshall, right? Ah! You hear me? And he was like, all right, you turn. Ooh. And then he was like, come to the studio next week. So like I was hyped that whole week. Like, yeah, I'm about to go do a song with Bizarre. Eminem Mans. Yeah, it's like that. Not even just like he Eminem Mans, because Bizarre a real, you hear me?
Yeah.
100 dude in
You respect
Detroit.
him?
Yeah,
I
for
interviewed
sure.
him a long time ago.
Yeah. In Detroit and Ohio, you hear me? Bizarre one of them ones.
Okay.
You hear me? And Bizarre fans, they fuck with Bizarre. They be like, thank God Bizarre, but you know what I mean? You're cool, but he's the hottest in the universe. Like, that's how Bizarre fans come. He got a real motherfucking beehive.
Yeah.
You hear me?
When you look at Bizarre and then you look at like all the popular rappers out of Detroit now, you know, you could definitely see where his influence. I don't think you necessarily. Look at like a Rio the Young OG, and then you look at Bizarre. It's like there's definitely a stylistic
Nah, I never
impression.
thought of that one. That was one of the hardest new ones that I thought about. Rio and Bizarre, cause like they both don't give a fuck.
Just this, like a certain Detroit comedy to the music that they both have, you know.
Yeah, you can't take this shit too serious, man.
Yeah.
Right, motherfuckers. You can't judge no book by its cover in Detroit. Right, you would think a motherfucker poor. Right, and they'll whip out $15,000 on your ass.
Smack you with it. No.
Maybe. No, but for real though, life crazy, right? You just gotta believe in yourself, right? When I really had the nuts, right, to really go, cause look, rap. I'm gonna tell every young dude, right? One, I wore this shit because I'm Mr. No Kid for real. I live my raps for real, bro. I'm here talking to Adam, bro. I was a nigga that watched Adam just like y'all, right? Now I'm here in his face, right? With no fucking jewelry on, nothing expensive, right? I done been rocking this shit for 3 days because that's what work look like. I've been in 4 states in 3 days.
Right.
You hear me? And that's what get you on no jumper. Not no fucking diamonds. You hear me? You don't gotta feel like you ain't one of them ones, right? This shit in you, not on you. It's about access, not ownership. Sometimes motherfuckers with the shit don't even be knowing how to play the shit. They need to get the sauce from somebody who lean like that. But only a few will understand that.
That's real. I wanted to ask you, you have that one tape, which I believe it's you and your dad on the cover. And he's
Garlic butter, that's my first.
and he's locked up in,
Who?
Is he wearing like prison shit in that? Oh.
He's wearing his pajamas.
Oh, I thought he was wearing like a jail outfit. All right.
Of course not.
I thought you were visiting your pops in prison, and I was going to ask about that cover.
No, of course
Why are you
not.
putting your dad in
We was
pajamas on the cover then?
I mean, my daddy my daddy used to order like these shorts from Thailand, like in bulk.
What, like
right?
the boxing shorts?
Just like lounge around shirts, like swimming trunks, but no swimming trunk liner type shorts.
Okay.
Right? So like his house uniform was like flip flops, them shorts, and a beater.
Oh, wow. That's hard.
You hear me? So we was in the fucking Westchester Towers at 35700, right, East Michigan Avenue.
Uh-huh.
You hear me? My daddy was in that bitch for like 5-6 years.
Right. That's
Like the last 5-6 years of his life.
What is Blender Gang? How do I join Blender Gang?
Big Blender Gang?
Yeah.
Huh? You just gotta not be a tender dick, right? You gotta motherfucking stand on what you say.
Right.
Right? You gotta like my music.
That's the key.
Pretty much you like my music, right?
That's
you
a big part of
blender,
it.
you big Blender Gang,
Right.
right? It's nothing criminal. It's nothing like it's me and my guys from my block, cause I don't got nothing to do with nobody but me.
Right.
No, this ain't no Rico.
That's important to you, staying away from the politics and everything. That holds a lot of people back, huh?
I mean, look, I really like if I played it like everybody else played it, I wouldn't be able to move the way I move in Detroit. You hear me? I played West Side, East Side, every fucking hood. Right? I show love to everybody your money need. Right? I pull up to your street. I don't get involved in all that. Right? But at the same time, you can't be out here doing weird shit to like your real friends and people like you don't just associate with like a guy that like actually has problems with your guy. But that's on every man to judge, right? Who they owe that to. Right, that's
it's a
kind of
fine
like
line.
it's a fine fucking line, right? Especially right when you more popular than motherfuckers, right? Cause yeah, from your little petty ass existence and perspective, right? Yeah, you probably would keep it G, right? But you don't got nothing to lose.
I've seen a lot of that in Detroit, where it seems like certain people mess around with
This
people
what the
that don't like
look,
people,
look,
and then they can never be cool with that person
When I'm
again.
out of town, I don't like seeing no hoods, right?
You don't?
I like prioritizing and meeting different millionaires and showing them exactly who I am, right? And kicking it and playing it with them, right? That's what I try to do when I'm out of town. And I stay in rooms that's expensive enough to where nobody don't feel comfortable not pulling up. Right? I ain't trying to see nobody hood, bro. You know how many hoods I seen?
I guess I just ain't seen enough
You
hoods.
hear me? That's why people go out of town to get fucked up,
Yeah.
right? Because they be trying to fucking meet the wrong people. You hear me? This rap shit so you can be clean, keep your, you know what I'm saying? Feed your family, provide for all the people around you, bro. You using this shit for anything else, you got it fucked up.
A lot of people can't resist it. They get in the game and they want to just be around more street shit, right?
Because they didn't know who they was before they got in the rap game. That be motherfuckers' problems, but the rap and hip-hop and trendy shit in general, right, turns up to you, right? If you ain't experienced shit, you ain't gonna know what to do. Like, you can't be mad at, right, the average gangster motherfucker, right? Like, when it come down to busting the bag down, right? If they don't split with you, the neat way, right? How many real gangsters have seen a solid individual split the neat way?
Right.
You can't expect somebody to do something that they never experienced before. That's foolish. Right? So you gotta know exactly what you're dealing with and know everybody's self-motivated, right? And just act accordingly. Right? Because don't nobody owe you shit. Your mama and daddy owe you, right? But besides that, it's over. Everybody got problems, right? Nobody. And then look, the motherfuckers who be around you, right? And they got more than you, right? And you getting the same acknowledgement, right? And accolades as them, right? And they might be risking their life and paying every day for something you get on their face. They never gonna alley-oop you. That's not how life works, right? And then like Boosie be saying from your city, right? That shit be for real too. Like a motherfucker be from your city, right? And be like, damn, how he doing this and who's doing this? Man, I remember here, I was shitting on him that day. Weird shit like that.
You seeing that hate already?
I don't pay attention to nothing but what matters to me, right? So I might follow a motherfucker back, but I don't do no scrolling really. I just post.
Right.
You hear me? Or if a motherfucker engaged with me, I might go on their page, like a bunch of shit. But if a motherfucker like me get caught up in that phone too much, right? I won't have time to do nothing else. So I delegated that responsibility because this is like the most exhilarating, important time in my life right now. All right, I gotta be in tune with what's going on.
That's what you feel like? Like this is the moment right now where you make or break, right?
For sure. I manifested this shit. I wake up to a motherfucking different motherfucker that been in my life in one way or another, calling me, giving me a 20 to 30-minute sermon about everything you told me you was gonna do, you executed that shit just that way, right? And it's like, I did.
So what do you feel like you need to do right now to reach the next step in terms of what you're trying to build, in terms of your career? Like, what do you wake up focused on at this point?
I mean, Helluva is the biggest producer in Detroit, right?
Right.
You hear me? Helluva told me I'm gonna be top 5 hip-hop artists in the world within a year, right? And we 5 songs in on a classic project, right? So if you got motherfuckers who out-of-town people feel like it's one of the gatekeepers and barriers talking to you like that in Detroit, right? You just stay out the way, right? And use your time wisely, right? I don't got nothing else to prove. I'm that big dojo, the demonstrator, press gang original, big fucking blended gang aficionado, best Asian rapper on earth, most turned Asian. It's like that right now. If it get like that, it been like that. One of the ones. That's what a dummy bummy head bitch gotta know. It's on our motherfucking scalp.
Can we set up you and Stupid Young at some point? We gotta make that song happen.
Yes, we should make up. Yeah.
You want me to put the call in?
You should set me up with any. Oh, look, Ted, Pac, Russ is Lovely. I think on Instagram they be showing me a lot of love too. They Asian, right? You hear me? Right? And then Jen, look, I was really trying to press the 106 and Park rapper Jen. You hear me? But then Jen Gates is the Jen that popped up with check, right? So I pressed that one, and then he was like, damn, hope he came for me, but I really like his shit. And then I figured out who he was. I'm like, I like him too. Let's be friends. Because
the Jen Gates dude is swole as fuck. Jen, the other Jen, is like 90 pounds.
But I mean, look, I was really pressing the other guy, right? But then it was just like, I felt like I'm press gang original, right? So I can't just pick and choose my battle. So I had to name the Asian that everybody knew, right? And I feel like him being the big winner of 106, right? It was like kind of like that, right? But who cares?
Anybody can get it.
No, it's not like
Ain't
that.
Nobody Cool.
I mean, if you say it, you got to stand on it. That's how this shit go. You can't be naive, right? You can't just be out here saying anything. It's causes and effects, consequences and repercussions. You hear me? You gotta know everybody ain't playing with you, right?
That's real.
You gotta move like that's why I move how I move, right? I show love, right? I stay out the way. I don't get involved, right? Right? Because this shit get tricky.
When people refer to you as Blasian, does that work for you, or is that weird?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if that term was acceptable.
Look, I'm so popular to the point right now, right, where all different types of people gonna feel some type of way about me, right? It's my job to have something to sell.
Packs.
Speaking of packs.
Of weed.
Speaking of packs.
Or
right?
beats or songs.
Speaking of packs.
What?
I do have duck sauce and heavy duck sauce in the works. Shout out Ted's Buds Company, right? My man's Aint Nobody Cool, Alex, who I'm an official brand ambassador for Aint Nobody Cool, right? And I'm official brand ambassador for Put Your People On, right? That's a clothing brand in Detroit that I use. That's my uniform, right? And Cultural Currency, right? Shout out my man's B. They opened up a store in Atlanta. They got another store on 7 Mile in Schaefer right now. You know, I like wearing people in the city brands, right? I like knowing the owner of what I put on my body.
Definitely.
It makes me feel better. Or I just wear some shit like this, right? Because who really gives a fuck?
You gonna cop a chain at some point or not? You said no kid.
I'm probably about to get some big stupid ass iced out glasses, watch, you know, but like bring them out at the right times. But like it's still gonna be like I don't gotta wear. My man's K-Deezy and Street Lord One. They've been showing me a lot of love. Like shout out them. You hear me? K-Deezy, we was at the Aria having drinks. He was like, you came hard with that no kid shit. He was like, stay scurvy. He was like, stay fucking scurvy. He was like, when I started trying to keep up with motherfuckers and I was getting money and I could do it right, and I started putting that shit on, motherfuckers started looking at you up here when they was looking at you right here, and that's when the problems start. So, right, I ain't trying to give nobody a reason. Right, I'm so high energetic and shit and high move and shit that I can't even have that shit on. Right, it'll make me
slow you down a little.
It made me. I ain't trying to be a target to nobody. Leave me the fuck alone. Put your motherfucking people on.
Right.
Don't be no bitch.
Tell them. What else you want to tell the people before we wrap this up? What else they need to know about EastsideEggroll?
EastsideEggroll.
ESER.
I'm the best Asian rapper on earth. It's an undeniable fact. Right. I'm gonna talk about in history of the planet. I'm one of them ones for real, right? I got the gimmicks, right? I got the bars. The gimmicks lead you to the bars. I got the streets and the internet and the cloud, right? And I'm not no hater. I don't think I hated on nobody one time.
No, I didn't hear it.
I wouldn't. I don't diss dead people, right? I don't play no types of games. You hear me? I just want to be a positive factor for the people around me, right? And I'm using rap, right, as my stepping stone. But it's really my passion, so I'm forever rapping anyway. But if you listen to me talking my shit, you might learn something, and they say I'm funny, but they know I'm not joking. Right? I'm like, my mama wanted me to be Barack, right? But I fell somewhere in between, like, Will Smith and Nipsey.
People tell you look like Nipsey sometimes?
And Will Smith. White people usually say Will Smith, right? And anybody else say Nipsey.
I've been looking at you this whole time thinking, I wonder how many people have told him he looks like Nipsey in his life.
Man.
No offense.
I have an album out called R.I.P. Nip.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that. Respect.
It's really good.
You gonna touch down?
It's like 17 tracks. 17 tracks.
Alex, take him to the motherland.
Who? To
the Crunch, his store.
I've been here.
Oh, you've been
even
there?
Before,
Okay.
Even before the last time, I've been there. I've been everywhere.
You've been making trips.
I just been a lot of places, man. Right. I was blessed to have traveled as a child, and you know the travel bug never left me. Right. I get really bored with like the same. Right. I have to be constantly engaged by new things and new inspirations.
You're gonna love being on tour. We gotta get you on the road.
I want to go to Asia. I want to really go to Thailand, right? And like document me meeting all my family members over there the first time. But I want to bring like a whole bunch of like turnt ladies, garlic butter babies, and
you should do a big show out there.
Guys, like right that you wouldn't expect to be in Thailand, right? And just really show the experience because it, like the currency exchange is like 36 to 1.
Yeah.
Right. So you take what? 10,000 out there, that's like 330 piece, you got a meal.
I remember when I was in Thailand that you'll like walk by like a food cart and they'll just have like a deep fried frog, like a whole frog that has clearly just been deep fried.
I mean, it's so many people.
Just put it there.
I mean, it'd be so many people in Asia, like
they got stray dogs out the ass too.
They eat all types of shit, right?
Hella stray dogs.
Like when you're in Rome, you do as Romans do, right? If I was there with them, right, you think I'm about to turn down their food?
Hell no, you gotta eat it.
I wouldn't. You hear me? Who cares?
Yeah.
That shit don't matter to me.
You can get McDonald's in between.
I can stomach this shit, right? I'm built for this shit. I take my own L's on my chin, right? I got the stomach for this shit. You hear me? You gotta know, right? When you're doing it yourself, right? Even when it start coming in, you still gotta spend it on keeping it neat, right? And keeping the people neat around you, right? Or you become the target.
Next
right?
time you come in, we gotta eat crickets.
Hell yeah. You gave,
You want some weed edibles from our sponsor, 2020?
Yeah.
These future cannabis infused edibles?
Yeah.
You're gonna love them, my friend.
Let's take, they say you don't feel it until you eat 3.
Yeah. 3 of those will have you feeling pretty good, to be honest.
You said 3?
3 will have you fucked up. I thought you were gonna do the whole bag. I was really hyped. Oh yeah, here we go.
They had 3 make me feel it like, I see.
Respect. You're gonna be on one now. Sugar in his beard. East Side motherfucking egg roll. What was that? What was that noise exactly?
I said, keep me neat. Hold on. EastsideEggroll, Sensei Dojo, they all interchangeable. How you feel in the moment. But if you listen for that music, EastsideEggroll.
You know what I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you a free trial for the No Jumper Patreon / OnlyFans, where you can see us interviewing all these girls who are like getting naked and making their vaginas talk and shit.
Do you be having the Bluetooth where you control it?
Oh, that sounds great. Honestly, I would love that.
I did a podcast where I was controlling the girl. She was from Toledo, but she was in Florida. And I made her squirt.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I want the thing where I can make it vibrate all day to my girl, where you can like control it by your phone.
That's just fucking panties.
Yeah.
That's just remote control panties.
That actually sounds like a huge hassle.
This is
now that I think
LA.
about it.
That shit is probably 10 minutes away
It's
from
gonna be
here.
like at the grocery store.
Well, no, it's LA. It's probably
Vagina.
45 minutes away from here. It's probably 10 blocks away.
Yeah. Maybe I won't do that. It sounds kind of inconvenient.
I don't know, just like
She's like talking to her
making
mom
her
and
buzz. That shit might be live though. You hear me? I want to do it.
It sounds like a cool
Like, boop,
romantic
boop.
thing,
Like,
but
boop, boop, boop.
in practice, I don't know.
Just get the boop boop.
We'll try it. I'm gonna put it in his underwear actually first. Test it out. Eastside Egg Roll. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Patreon, OnlyFans. Like, comment, subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support. Shout out to our boys at Ain't Nobody Cool. Shout out Egg.
I ain't shouting nobody out.
I ate 4 eggs this morning.
We
Pause.
made it. Yeah. Heavy on the bitch. Sumo on the hoe.
Hey,
Feel like that. It been like that.
that way.